Hey everybody, Christian Grest here. So I've been waiting to show you guys this for a long time now. So there's a project I talked about many months ago, actually back at the beginning of the year when I first got my BRN-180. I wanted to do some sort of a finish to it. So with the help of some Aluma Hyde 2 from Brownells, got a few different colors here. I went through the entire process, and this here is the final result. So show you guys, this is clear, and man, this thing came out freaking just awesome looking. So let me go ahead and take you guys through the process, exactly how I did it. This isn't really a how-to video, it's just kind of what I did. Still learning this finish and how to make it work for me, but really impressed with the results. And I think if you're looking to do some sort of a home project with some refinishing or camouflage, this Aluma Hyde 2 might be right up your alley. So all right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this isn't really going to be a how-to video on how to apply the Aluma Hyde 2 finish from Brownells, but rather I'm just going to explain exactly my process and how I performed this camouflage finish. So the first thing, of course, is disassemble your firearm, whether it be a BRN-180 or other firearm. You want to ensure that all of your greases and oils are removed from any surface that you plan on coating with the Aluma Hyde 2. Preparation is definitely key. This is only the second time that I applied Aluma Hyde 2 onto any sort of firearm. The first, you guys might remember, was my AR-12 shotgun from the beginning of the year. This is also the first time that I used any sort of stenciling for a multicolored finish. Alright, so again, preparation is key to make sure that the finish adheres to the surface properly. Now, some people may want to scuff up the surface a little bit with a Brillo pad or Scotch-Brite pad. I did not do that this time. However, I did do it with my AR-12. I wanted to see kind of what the difference was, how it would adhere. And the reason I did not scuff this up was because Aluma Hyde 2 is a very thick finish, and since I knew that I was going to be doing multiple colors, at least 3 or 4 colors, I wanted to ensure that I had enough depth of colors without making it too awfully thick. So what I mean here is, alright, so black was going to be my base color. I decided to mask off the black anodizing finish of the original firearm parts and use that as one of my colors rather than applying black again. So because of that, I did not Scotch-Brite the surface of the firearm. Okay, so I masked off all the black anodizing that I wanted, and then I went and I applied an OD green finish. Alright, so the other thing about Aluma Hyde 2 is that it starts to cure relatively quick, so you got to work fast. Short, light coats are best. Don't apply it too heavy, depending again on what you're trying to accomplish. Alright, so I applied the OD green. I waited a short bit for it to start to cure. And then I went ahead, as soon as the surface was okay to touch, I went ahead and masked it off for the second color. So the second color was a earth brown. So I went ahead and masked it off as quick as I could, and then I applied my earth brown finish. Kind of the same thing goes again. I waited 10 minutes or so for it to start to cure, and then I went ahead and masked the earth brown off to put the tan, the desert tan finish on there. And once I got the desert tan finish on there. I waited a short bit of time, and rather than allow the entire finish to fully cure, I went ahead and actually removed the masking, or the stenciling rather. Okay, and the reason I did this is because the finish is still a little bit pliable. If I were to allow the finish to fully cure with the stenciling in place, I'm pretty sure the stenciling would be very difficult to remove. So I wanted to remove it while there was, before it cured. Okay, so I went ahead and removed all the stenciling, and it actually came apart pretty easy. I used a X-Acto knife and just kind of picked up the edges and then was able to get that off. The one issue that I did have was on the SB Tactical brace, the rubber rear section, because it's so pliable, the finish did not adhere very well. So I kind of had a little bit of skepticism about applying it there from the get-go, but I went ahead and tried it. Anything was hard plastic that was that didn't move much, it applied just fine. Okay. Alright, so after removing all the stenciling, I actually picked up a cheap Black & Decker toaster oven, and I baked all the parts for just over 2 hours at around 200 or so degrees, 2 to 250 actually, and you know, to help speed cure the Aluma Hyde 2 finish. Now, if you do not have an oven that you have access to, or if you don't want to try using your wife's, I would suggest leaving the parts air cure for about 2 weeks. Alright, so hang them up in the closet, whatever, make sure there's good airflow, and allow that stuff to air cure. That's how I did my AR-12 when I did that. I just let it kind of air cure for a couple weeks before I started putting everything back together. So after everything was cured properly, I reassembled the firearm and just checked it out and took a look at the finish, and it's actually looking pretty dang good. The one thing that I thought about doing was applying a clear coat to it to kind of protect the edges a little bit. That is something that I did on the AR-12, so you can always apply another finish after it's fully cured. So that may be something that I do, but for now I'm pretty happy with it. I think it came out really good. So yeah, this is a project I've been wanting to do for quite a few months now. I appreciate all the comments and suggestions as far as the camo pattern. This camo pattern was supposed to be a woodland camo. However, I kind of sprayed the OD green a little bit earlier in the process, and I sprayed the tan last. I probably should have swapped the tan and the OD green to kind of get more of a greenish woodland look. It kind of has a look of a desert camo, woodland slash desert camo, so I think it looks pretty cool. It's kind of unique compared to other camo finishes I've seen, but yeah. So anyways, if you are looking at doing a firearm finishing project such as this, definitely check out Aluma Hyde 2 products over at Brownells. They have quite a few different colors and finishes to choose from. Definitely take your time. There's quite a few very much more informative videos than this one out on Aluma Hyde 2 products and how to apply them. There are different schools of thoughts on it, so I'll kind of leave that up to you to interpret it the way you want to. If you have any questions on the Aluma Hyde 2 and kind of what I did, please let me know, or any suggestions. I plan on doing some more projects in the future. Probably going to try to do a pistol at some point in the future as well. But also the Brownells BRN-180. Looks like Brownells has a good bit of these in stock currently. It is a superb freaking upper, much different than your standard AR stuff. Gives you the ability to run a folding stock or a brace as well. So definitely check those out if you're looking for something a little different. It's a smooth shooting firearm, and I've been super happy with it. Alright, so that about wraps it up. I appreciate everybody watching, subscribing, and I will catch you on the next video. Y'all take it easy.